Ever heard of someone quitting their job after just 1 year
Oh, wow.
to run their own business full-time?
That takes guts.
That's exactly what Kevin David did,
Yeah.
going from a Facebook employee to a leading figure in e-commerce and passive income.
I can see why we're doing a deep dive on this guy.
You've been exploring online business ideas, and his name keeps popping up, right?
He's definitely made a name for himself in that world, for sure.
So today we're doing a deep dive into his journey and strategies, using a 5 W's approach to see what resonates most with your goals.
Love the 5 W's.
We'll be pulling insights from a podcast episode that really dissects his career.
Sounds good.
First up, who is Kevin David?
Well, he's not just an entrepreneur.
Right.
He's an 8-figure business.
Wow.
Author, sought-after mentor. His expertise lies in Amazon FBA,
Okay.
Shopify, and dropshipping, all key areas in e-commerce.
It's interesting because he didn't start out as an entrepreneur.
Right.
He was actually working a traditional corporate job at Facebook.
That's right. And what's fascinating
Yeah.
is how that experience, while unfulfilling for him, may have actually given him unique insights and skills that he later applied to his entrepreneurial ventures.
That makes sense. And that leads us to the, what does Kevin David actually do?
Well, his focus is on helping people build passive income streams. Instead of trading hours for dollars, it's about creating systems that generate income even when you're not actively working.
That's the dream, isn't it? So how does he actually teach people to do that?
He teaches primarily using 3 models: Amazon FBA, Shopify, and dropshipping.
Got it.
They're all distinct approaches, but with the common goal of building online businesses.
Okay, let's break those down.
Sure.
Amazon FBA always seems a bit like magic to me.
I know what you mean.
Selling on Amazon without handling inventory or shipping.
Right.
And how does that even work?
Well, the magic is really leveraging Amazon's massive infrastructure. Kevin teaches people how to find winning products. He actually calls this the pain point method.
Interesting.
Which I think you'll find really useful.
Okay.
It's all about identifying products that solve a specific problem.
Got it.
For a target audience.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So it's not just about finding any random product.
Right.
It's about finding something people genuinely need and want.
Exactly. He dives into the nitty-gritty of marketing effectively on the platform, utilizing Amazon's own tools and strategies to reach potential buyers.
Okay, so that's Amazon FBA.
Right.
What about Shopify?
Think of Shopify as creating your own online store, building your own brand from the ground up. Kevin provides a roadmap for the whole process.
I'm guessing that includes everything from setting up the store to actually choosing products and then driving a traffic to it.
You got it. And he uses his own experience as an example.
Oh, interesting.
Think about his courses. He sells those through his own Shopify store.
That's smart.
It's interesting because he uses a very minimalist design, focusing entirely on the value proposition of the courses.
I see.
It's a great example of how you can create a store that converts visitors into buyers without being overly flashy or complicated.
That's a great takeaway for anyone thinking about creating their own store.
Sure.
So we've covered Amazon FBA.
Yep.
We've covered Shopify. What about drop shipping? It always sounds a bit mysterious to me.
It does have an air of mystery about it.
Yeah.
But it's really a lower risk way to dip your toes into e-commerce because you don't actually hold any inventory.
I see.
You partner with a supplier who handles storage and shipping.
Okay.
And you essentially connect customers with products.
So I could theoretically set up a dropshipping business selling, let's say, custom designed phone cases without ever actually touching a phone case.
Exactly.
Right.
You'd focus on marketing and customer service while your supplier takes care of the logistics.
Makes sense.
Of course, Kevin emphasizes the importance of choosing reliable suppliers and maintaining quality control, even if you're not physically handling the products.
That's crucial.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got a good grasp of who Kevin David is and what he does. But where has he actually made his mark?
Yeah.
His reach seems massive.
Oh, it's global.
Wow.
He's helped people worldwide launch e-commerce businesses, and his online presence is huge.
Yeah.
Millions of YouTube views, active social media communities, and he offers paid courses and mentorship programs.
It's not just teaching, though, is it?
Yeah.
It feels like he's created this whole ecosystem of support and shared experience.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
One of the things that sets Kevin apart is that he understands entrepreneurship can be lonely.
Right.
He actively fosters communities where people can connect, learn from each other, and celebrate their wins together.
I like that.
He doesn't just teach the how-to, but also emphasizes the importance of mindset and community.
It's like he's created a movement, not just a business.
I think so.
So when did this journey begin?
Well,
Was he always an entrepreneur at heart?
remember, he was working at Facebook just a few years ago.
Right.
What's interesting is that he started exploring e-commerce while still working that traditional job.
Okay.
And within a year,
Wow.
he was successful enough to quit
That's incredible.
and focus entirely on his own businesses.
So it wasn't just a sudden leap of faith.
No.
It was a calculated move backed by real results.
All right.
But it wasn't all smooth sailing.
All right.
He didn't just snap his fingers and become an e-commerce superstar.
You're right.
Yeah.
One of the things I appreciate about Kevin is that he's very transparent about the challenges he faced.
Right.
Not every product he launched was a winner.
Right.
He had to learn how to navigate the constantly shifting algorithms of platforms like Amazon.
Yeah, that's tough.
He talks openly about his failures and what he learned from them.
That's so refreshing to hear because it's easy to look at successful entrepreneurs and think they just magically figured it all out.
I agree.
So he really embodies that always be learning mentality.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He emphasizes that you have to be adaptable and constantly refine your strategies.
Right.
The online business world is constantly evolving. So what worked yesterday might not work tomorrow.
And that brings us to the why.
Okay.
Why is Kevin David so successful? Is it just about the strategies he teaches? Or is there something more?
It's definitely more than just strategies.
Right.
One of the things that stands out is
Yeah.
his ability to explain complex topics in a clear, easy to understand way. He breaks things down into actionable steps, making it much easier for people to implement his teachings.
It's like he's taking the mystery out of e-commerce and making it accessible to anyone willing to learn.
I think that's a great way to put it.
But there's also a sense that he genuinely wants to help people succeed.
Oh, absolutely.
Wouldn't you say?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He has a very value-driven approach. It's not just about selling courses.
Right.
It's about empowering others to achieve their goals.
Yeah.
And I think that authenticity resonates with people.
So it's that combination of practical skills, clear teaching, and a genuine desire to help others that makes him so effective.
Yeah.
But we also have to talk about his mindset.
Okay.
He has this relentless positivity and focus that seems to drive everything he does.
You're absolutely right. He
Yeah.
stresses the importance of having a long-term vision,
Yeah.
setting goals, and not being afraid to fail.
Right.
It's about embracing the entrepreneurial journey
Yeah.
with all its ups and downs.
So it's not just about the how-to, but also about the how to think when it comes to building a successful business.
Definitely.
And I'm curious, from your perspective, what are some of the broader implications of his approach?
Well, that's a good question.
What does it tell us about the changing landscape of entrepreneurship and how people are approaching work and income in general?
What's fascinating here is that Kevin David's success really embodies this larger shift we're seeing towards entrepreneurship and the pursuit of passive income.
It's like the traditional 9-to-5 model is being challenged as people crave more autonomy and flexibility.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They want control over their time and income.
Right.
And Kevin David's story, along with the countless others he's helped, shows that it's possible to achieve that through online business.
He's almost democratizing entrepreneurship, making it accessible to people who might not have considered it before.
That's a great way to put it. He's breaking down those barriers and showing you don't need a business degree or tons of capital to get started. You just need that willingness to learn and put in the work.
So we talked about his rapid success after leaving Facebook, but I imagine it wasn't always easy.
Oh, right.
Did he face any major setbacks along the way?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
He's very open about the fact that he's had his share of failures.
Right.
Not every product he launched was a hit.
Makes sense.
There were definitely learning curves, especially when it comes to navigating the ever-changing algorithms of platforms like Amazon.
It's that trial and error part of entrepreneurship, isn't it?
Yeah.
You have to be willing to experiment and learn from those mistakes.
Exactly.
And that's something Kevin emphasizes.
He does.
He's transparent about the fact that success doesn't happen overnight.
Right.
It takes persistence, adaptability, and a willingness to learn from those missteps. That's so important for people to hear.
Yeah, I agree.
Because it's easy to get caught up in the highlight reel and think everyone else is just effortlessly crushing it.
Social media definitely creates that illusion of overnight success.
Yeah.
But the reality is that everyone faces obstacles. It's how you overcome them that defines your journey.
Let's talk about WHY. He's been so successful not only in building his own businesses, but also in teaching others to do the same.
Yeah.
What are the key ingredients to his formula?
One thing that really stands out is his focus on providing actionable strategies, not just theoretical concepts.
So it's not just about knowing this stuff.
Right.
It's about knowing how to actually do it.
Precisely.
Yeah.
He provides very specific, step-by-step guidance on everything from product research to setting up online stores to running effective marketing campaigns.
It's like he's holding your hand through the entire process.
In a way, yes.
Yeah.
And that's why his teachings resonate with so many people.
Right.
They feel like they're getting real practical advice that they can implement immediately.
I imagine his background to Facebook plays a role in that too.
Absolutely. That experience gave him valuable insights into how algorithms work, how to target audiences effectively, and how to leverage data to make informed business decisions.
So it's not just about his entrepreneurial skill.
Right.
It's also about that technical knowledge of the digital landscape.
Exactly.
Okay.
He brings a unique blend of business acumen and tech savviness to the table.
There are a lot of people out there teaching online business strategy.
You know, right?
What sets Kevin David apart from the rest?
I think one of the key differentiators is his genuine desire to help others succeed.
It's not just about selling courses or building his own brand.
Right.
Okay.
It really comes across that he genuinely cares about his students and wants to see them achieve their goals.
Which probably creates a lot of trust and loyalty among his audience.
Absolutely. Yeah. People are drawn to authenticity.
Right.
And Kevin's passion for helping others is very real. It's not just a marketing tactic.
It's at the core of his teaching philosophy.
Exactly.
And that's what makes his approach so effective.
It's a combination of practical strategies, a clear and engaging teaching style, technical expertise, and a genuine desire to help others.
Right.
And let's not forget his relentless focus on results.
He walks the walk, not just talks the talk.
Exactly. Yeah. He constantly tests and refines his strategies, and he encourages his students to do the same.
It's about embracing that mindset of continuous improvement and adaptation, which is so crucial in today's fast-paced digital world. Yeah. Let's circle back to something you mentioned earlier about this broader shift towards entrepreneurship and passive income. What do you think is driving this shift? Why are so many people looking for alternatives to traditional employment?
I think there are a number of factors at play. One is the rise of the gig economy.
Right.
People are becoming increasingly comfortable working independently and freelancing.
So that traditional notion of job security is fading.
Right.
Okay.
People are realizing that relying on a single employer for their income, it can be risky.
Yeah.
Especially in today's volatile job market.
And then there's the desire for more flexibility and control over one's time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
People want to be their own boss.
Right.
Set their own hours and work from anywhere.
Makes sense.
The internet has made that possible in ways we couldn't have imagined a few decades ago.
It's like those barriers to entry for entrepreneurship have been lowered significantly.
Exactly. With platforms like Amazon, Shopify, and social media.
Yeah.
Anyone can start an online business with relatively little investment.
And that's where someone like Kevin David comes in.
Yeah.
Providing the guidance and support to navigate this new landscape.
He's empowering people to take control of their financial future and create a lifestyle that aligns with their values.
As we wrap up this deep dive, what's the one key takeaway you want our listener to walk away with? What's the most important lesson to be learned from Kevin David's story?
The biggest takeaway is that financial freedom and fulfillment through online business are achievable, even if you're starting from a traditional job background.
It's about having the courage to step outside your comfort zone and pursue your passion.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Kevin David's journey is a testament to the power of hard work, continuous learning, and a relentless belief in yourself.
And that's a message that resonates with everyone.
It does.
Regardless of their background or aspirations.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a reminder that we all have the potential to create the life we want if we're willing to put in the effort.
And sometimes all it takes is a little inspiration and guidance from someone who's been there before.
Exactly. Right. And that's what Kevin David provides.
So there you have it. A deep dive into the world of Kevin David.
Yeah.
From Facebook employee to 8-figure entrepreneur.
His story is a reminder that anything is possible if you set your mind to it and are willing to embrace the entrepreneurial journey.
It's about taking control of your destiny, creating passive income streams, and building a business that aligns with your values.
And most importantly, it's about never giving up on your dreams, no matter how challenging the path may seem.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
Before we go, I want to leave our listener with a final thought.
Okay.
We've talked about the how of Kevin David's success, but what about the why? What was it about traditional employment that left him feeling so unfulfilled?
Right.
And what does that tell us about the changing nature of work and what people were seeking from their careers?
That's a really interesting question, and one that I think deserves further exploration. Perhaps it was a lack of autonomy or a disconnect between his personal values and the work he was doing.
Maybe he just felt like a cog in a machine, yearning for something more creative and fulfilling.
It's certainly a trend we're seeing more and more of these days.
Right.
People are craving purpose and meaning in their work.
They want to make a difference, not just a paycheck.
Exactly. Yeah. And the beauty of entrepreneurship is that it allows you to create something that aligns with your passions and values.
So maybe Kevin David's story is not just about building a successful business, but about finding your own path and creating a life that truly resonates with who you are.
I think you've hit the nail on the head. It's about taking ownership of your future and pursuing work that brings you joy and a sense of accomplishment.
And that's something worth thinking about, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a question we should all be asking ourselves. What do we truly want from our work?
Right.
And are we brave enough to pursue it?
Well, we'll have to save that deep dive for another episode. Thanks for joining us today for this exploration into the world of Kevin David and the changing landscape of entrepreneurship.
It's been a pleasure.
And remember, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep diving deep. It's interesting to think about what might have been going through Kevin David's mind when he decided to leave Facebook. On the surface, he seemed to have it all,
Yeah, a prestigious job, steady income.
Right. The whole 9 yards.
It really challenges our assumptions about success, doesn't it? Because for many people, that kind of job represents the ultimate goal.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But clearly something wasn't clicking for him.
Right.
What do you think it was about traditional employment that left him feeling so unfulfilled?
It's hard to say for sure, but perhaps it was a lack of control over his own destiny.
Okay.
Maybe he felt stifled by the corporate structure, yearning for more freedom and autonomy.
Or maybe he just wasn't passionate about the work itself.
That's certainly a possibility. And I think that's something a lot of people can relate to, the feeling of going through the motions, of working just for a paycheck rather than for a purpose.
It's like that quote, find a job you love and you'll never work a day in your life. Of course, it's not always that simple.
Yeah.
But I think Kevin David's story shows that it is possible to find work that aligns with your passions and values.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's one of the most inspiring aspects of his journey. He took a risk, stepped outside his comfort zone, and created a life that truly resonated with him.
And he didn't just stop there. He's now dedicated to helping others do the same, which is pretty amazing.
It speaks to his genuine desire to empower others and share his knowledge.
Yeah.
He could have easily just focused on building his own businesses, but he's chosen to create this whole community of entrepreneurs supporting and encouraging each other along the way.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into the world of Kevin David, what's the key takeaway you want our listener to ponder?
I think the most important message is that it's never too late to redefine success on your own terms. Kevin David's story is a powerful reminder that we all have the potential to create a life that aligns with our passions, values, and aspirations.
And that sometimes taking a leap of faith can lead to incredible rewards.
Exactly. It's about embracing the unknown and having the courage to pursue your dreams, even if they seem unconventional or challenging.
Well said. Thanks for joining us on this journey into the world of Kevin David and the evolving landscape of entrepreneurship.
Of course.
We hope you've gained some valuable insights and maybe even a little inspiration to explore your own potential.
It's been a pleasure.
And remember, as always, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep diving deep.